Senator Heller for his 5 minutes, and then to Senator Heinrich. Senator Heller.
Chairman, thank you, and good morning, Dr. Moniz.
Morning, Senator Heller.
It's good to see you again, and thanks for taking time to have discussions in my office. And I think they were very, very helpful. And as we mentioned, the Department of Energy has quite a presence in Nevada. Whether those issues are renewable energy, the Nevada test site, or perhaps Yucca Mountain. It's heavy in Nevada, and your comments and the discussions we've had been very helpful. And I do appreciate your comments on nuclear security in your opening statement. The Nevada test site is an important tool for our nation, and we seek to combat nuclear proliferation and train our military in the prevention, protection, response to terrorists who would use radiological or nuclear material as a weapon of mass destruction. But, Doctor, by far the biggest question in the minds of Nevadans when it comes to the Department of Energy is regarding the fate of the proposed nuclear waste repository at Yucca Mountain. Rather than objectively evaluating Yucca Mountain as one proposal among many, the federal government attempted to shove it down Nevada's throat by designating it as the only potential location to be evaluated. Yucca Mountain was plagued with problems, including falsified science and design problems. Given this, it's no wonder that Nevadans don't trust the assertions that Yucca Mountain is safe. The people of Nevada deserve to be safe in their own backyards, and no amount of reassurance from the federal government will convince us that Nevada should be the nation's nuclear waste dump. But I do recognize the need to address the problem of nuclear fuel, spent fuel, but it must be solved through careful consideration of all alternatives based on credible scientific information rather than by politicians here in Washington, D.C. So given your role, the question is, given your role on the Blue Ribbon Commission, your nomination to head the Department of Energy, do you believe that we should look past Yucca Mountain towards consent-based sightings for long-term spent nuclear storage?
Senator Heller, thank you. And first, let me say that the pleasure was mine to be able to speak with you and all the other members of the committee.
Thank you.
It was very, very helpful. There's no question that I will enter the role of secretary, if confirmed, with the idea of advancing the Blue Ribbon Commission agenda. First and foremost, consent-based siting is, as you know, part of that. Much of the work of the commission will require working with the Congress, and we've heard about the work going on with actually 3 members of this committee and Senator Feinstein in addition. So I think moving the agenda of storage in parallel and aggressively moving the agenda of repositories, moving the agenda of deciding what would be the best kind of reorganization of the program, what are the best authorities to assign to that office. All of those agenda items, in my view, are linked in order to underpin the success of a consent-based approach.
Well, I appreciate those comments, and frankly, I appreciate administration also pushing back on this storage site, and I hope that with your leadership and your understanding of the dangers, I think proposed to Nevadans on this particular issue, that we can get past this issue and find reasonable use and reasonable work together on where to store this spent fuel. You mentioned in your comments also about all of the above, and I certainly do appreciate that also. Renewable energy is critically important to Nevada. We have fantastic solar, geothermal resources, and we look to continue looking for ways to broaden that development. So what role do you see renewable energy playing in our overall energy portfolio?
Well, Senator Heller, I'm extremely bullish about this. In fact, if we take a step back, it's a pretty remarkable story. Much of it's been already said. Highest production of oil in 15 years, highest production of gas ever, 2x on renewables just in, I think, 4 years, lowered CO2 emissions, greater manufacturing. when we take a step back, it's been a pretty remarkable run, I think, over these last years. Now, the low-carbon economy is absolutely critical. And, of course, renewables, nuclear, CCS are the three major, and renewables including biofuels, but renewables are absolutely central. I think wind, of course, already has a significant performance in terms of economics in many areas. There we do have work to do. For example, it would be wonderful, not for Nevada perhaps, but it would be wonderful to really get offshore wind to become competitive in price. That will take some more R&D. Solar is making tremendous advances, and in Nevada, I think you have both the photovoltaic and the concentrated solar options. The former, we don't take enough, I think, of a look at this. We are down to the order of $1 per watt for a solar module. We can argue whether it's 90 cents or $1.10, but this is fantastic progress. And on solar thermal, as now more and more technology for storing the energy for many hours, 4 to 6 hours, comes in, then the solar becomes much more like a dispatchable resource into the grid. So I think these are tremendous opportunities.
Dr. Moniz.
And you mentioned geothermal as well, I'm sorry. And just to say that that's another
you're on board. I know
huge,
you're on board.
huge.
Dr. Moniz, thank you very much for your time. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank my colleague, Senator Heinrich.
Thank